Welcome to the Garage Gym Athlete Podcast, where we talk about fitness, health, and anything to help you become the most optimal human beings. Let's dive into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Garage Gym Athlete, another athlete interview. And this week we have Paul. I should have asked you how to say your last name before we started, but here we go. So, Paul, first tell us your last name, and then give us a little intro of who you are, what you do, how you train, where you're at, all that stuff.
Yeah, Paul Mollema is who I am. I'm in Minnetonka, Minnesota, just outside of Minneapolis here. Um, I am an actuary in the corporate risk management. I'm a director in the corporate risk management department at a life and annuity company in Minneapolis here. Um, Wife, two kids, 12 and 9, 9 almost 10. They keep me pretty busy um, with their activities too. Let's see, basement gym athlete, Minnesota basement gyms work pretty well. Let's see what I got for a setup. I call my gym is a mostly Craigslist gym because most of the stuff I got off Craigslist used. So I got a used squat rack from a gym that was closing down, along with some rubber flooring. I got a fantastic deal on my first bar and steel plates. Got a couple bumpers, easy curl bar. Got a behind the corner over there. I call it cardio corner. I got an Airdyne rower, and my wife let me get a True Form last year.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm pretty cheap, but I also didn't want to. I didn't want an electric treadmill, and she let me get a True Form. So it's pretty much my setup. Train in the mornings, or try to train in the mornings as much as possible before work. It just works best for my schedule.
Cool. Yeah. It's the cardio equipment, especially in a cold place like you are, pays dividends, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't really like running outside. Sometimes like the hurdle of putting on shoes can be too much. So
So
having a,
you don't do you not wear
a
shoes on your
treadmill.
treadmill?
No, not on the True Form. Just straight
Oh,
up socks. Yeah.
all right. Interesting. I Is that pretty normal for True? Is that kind of how they're built? I know I've ran one a couple times, but that's interesting. I guess they do have a little bit more give.
Yeah, they say that you can run barefoot. Um, so I gave it a try and have it gone back.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty. I wonder if others have tried that. I'm just so used to wearing shoes for running. Um, Makes sense. So how do you like training in your basement?
My basement, I like it. It's convenient. It's get up in the morning, throw on some shorts, head down the stairs, and I'm here. Not don't have to wait for anyone else to get off any equipment. If it's messy, it's my own fault. It's I have pretty much everything I need here to do what I need to for Garage Gym Athlete. So um, I like it. It's convenient. Watch TV, listen to music, work out in silence. Depends on how I'm feeling that day.
It looks like you have pretty good ceiling height too. That's usually one of the biggest um, limiting factors for basement gyms is ceiling height.
Yeah, little over 8 foot. I can do full arm extensions, but I think the plate's got to go between the floorboards, or yeah,
Joist,
the
yeah, that
joist
makes
is
sense.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how did you decide to become a garage gym athlete?
Yeah, we'll go back a little bit there. So I didn't train like at all, or I had a lot of failed attempts after college. I tried actually even since high school. Really, I didn't train, didn't do much. Um, at some point, I decided from going from nothing to try P90X. It was like more like a P14X. I made it about 14 days and hurt my shoulder, and that was about it. I tried it again couple years later, and it was once again about P21X. Tweaked my back doing the yoga X, and that was it for that. Um, decided, runners are pretty fit, so I'm gonna start running. My company has an annual 5K, so I ran that. And as all good runners do, I decided to run really hard every single time. Got shin splints, knee injuries, ankle injuries, and did all that. I'm also a DIYer, so and I'd take on a big project, and towards the end of it, I'm feeling in pretty good shape. I'm like, all right, now I'm going to exercise. And it never happened until this last one. So in 2021, I took on my biggest project. Took the entire summer, but before I finished it, I'm like, now I know I have time. I have time to do this project. I'm feeling at least somewhat fit. I'm gonna start exercising before I finish my project, and then kind of do those two together. So yeah, I joined Garage Gym Athlete. I asked my wife if I could get not this one, but there was a squat rack, weights, bar, mirror, a couple medicine balls on Craigslist, and she goes, "You're never going to use it." I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right." So I joined Garage Gym Athlete and on the body weight track. I bought my house. I had a pull-up bar in the doorway. I put my mountain bike on one of those bike trainers, so I could bike in the basement.
Yeah.
And I used the chair for like bench dips. That's all. Like all you need on the bodyweight track is really just a bar and some sort of cardio or pull-up bar. So I started doing that. Didn't actually tell her I was doing that. So I started getting about 4:30 in the morning. Exercise at 5. I think I was 2 or 3 weeks in, and then she's like, "Are you getting up, or what's going on here?" So yeah, so body changes started happening. She started realizing I was getting up, and then kind of open up the doors to buy almost whatever you want. Don't go crazy. That's all the Craigslist stuff. Yeah,
Don't
I
go crazy who
found
you
out.
are with 3 cardio equipments and squat rack, and that's within what, a 1-year time frame?
Yeah, I think I was about 3 weeks in, and I
Impressive.
bought well, most of it was off Craigslist. I think other than the treadmill, I think I got most of it for $600 or less total. Just
Oh wow.
found good deals, and kept going after it. Yeah, that's right. I was kind of surprised. She said yes to the treadmill. That's the most expensive thing in my basement. Yeah, I found out about Garage Gym Athlete from a separate member here in a separate or a different through a
Community.
LinkedIn
Yeah.
committee or LinkedIn contact that I have.
Nice. So that's all within 1 year.
Yep.
Just about. So I guess there's been something that's made you stick, because you jumped around for a while. So how's it been, like, physically, and like just the progression you've gone through, and comparing where you started and where you are now?
Yeah. I mean, the numbers everywhere have gone up, which none of that surprising. Pretty new athlete coming in, not really done anything. So from that standpoint, it's been super encouraging. Setting new records. When we test. Some of it's frustrating too. The last time we tested, I put up a back squat I was super proud of, and then checked the video, and I didn't hit depth, and that's a little frustrating. I didn't even retry it. I was frustrated enough. I decided, forget weight, work on depth, work on form. Yeah, what's been keeping me going? I've been feeling a ton better than I was before. Yeah, end of 2020 wasn't super great. COVID lockdowns, wasn't eating the best. Started packing on some weight that winter, so I was feeling super sluggish. Yeah, Garage Gym Athlete, we got a good mix of everything. I wanted to get stronger, add to my cardio, and that's with the good mix of trying to hit everything. Been being able to improve on most, if not all those areas.
Cool. Yeah. You have any training goals going on right now
I
that you're working
do.
towards?
Yeah. We talked numbers. I'm not chasing any numbers. Like a 400-pound back squat doesn't mean anything to me. It's not tied to anything that I'm working towards. So you're not going to hear me say anything like anything weight wise. I do want to get hit depth though, right? After seeing that video, like really working on form, hit depth. And I don't even care the weight. If it's 150 pounds, and it's 150 pounds. If it's 300,
Hmm.
it's 300, whatever that is. It's really concentrate on form. I want to also increase my cardio base. So a lot of, and to tie that, there is a number there. I haven't fully settled on it yet because I haven't started, but I think something measurable is number of days in zone 2 training, and by that I mean 1 hour of zone 2 training. Was looking at the calendar yesterday, and I think I'm going to set a goal of 75 days of 1 hour of zone 2 training as a base goal, and then do 100 for a stretch goal. So 2 times a week for the rest of the year. See if I can make that work.
So
Did
100
go
days,
ahead.
like 1 hour every day for 75 days?
No, just over the course of the year. So
Okay.
1 to 2 times a week. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be
Yeah.
a lot
Cool.
to take on all at once.
I was like, wow, yeah, that's aggressive, but no, that's good.
Yeah.
A lot of us do zone two on like Thursday, zone two rest day kind of thing, where there's 40. A lot of times I'll do like a 40-minute bike, just because going longer on a bike can be painful. But if not, then a 40 to 50-minute run.
Yep. Yep. And it did. Yeah. So last year was the 300 challenge. So I picked up a few things there along the way. I also did Murph 52 last year. I didn't do it
Oh
right.
wow.
Yeah, I took on a little bit too much last year, especially being a new athlete. I felt great 3 months of body weight, being on the body weight track, and I switched to strength. Add all the weight on the bars. Took a kind of a toll. It's just different training. Wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Yeah, so I did Murph 52, but I didn't do it right. I did it weekly, and then I fell off, and then did a whole bunch at the end. So
Oh,
got it in. Kind of like running. I first started out, I'm like every Saturday I'm going to set a new record. I think that lasted about 3 Saturdays before I discovered zone 2 training Murphs is the way to go for a lot of those.
yeah, it's definitely a tall order, especially doing a workout like that for sure.
Right.
So you're being a little more wise this year on
It,
what you're going to take on.
Yeah, I dialed it back. Starting January, it was really just 4, maybe 5 days a week, and I'm trying to, because I started not training in the morning, which started messing up my schedule. So that's my other goal that I was missing out on. Um, hitting the 5 a.m. training for the GTA training, so I can have the evenings back for family time.
Yeah, it's always been harder for me to train later in the day, even though working up earlier to train sucks. I'd still more likely be able to do it in the morning than later in the day after everything else is going on.
Yeah, definitely drained after work and dinner and all that stuff.
Well, let's get into some of these usual questions that we like to ask everyone. What's the hardest workout you've ever done?
Hardest workout, probably I got to go with Broken Arrow. It's probably the hardest one that I've done and completed. Um, I think the hardest workout, or the biggest fail of a workout, was on the bodyweight track. I think it was one of the blocks was, I think, a mix of pistols and bear crawls, and then the next block was a bunch of the bodybuilders. I remember doing the first set. It's the whatever 12 8-count bodybuilders, whatever it is, and then standing there staring at my floor for the remainder of the block, just like all right, you got to do them. You got 3 more sets. My body's like, nope, not gonna happen. So that was my first big fail in a workout. And I still remember that one, but I think that the hardest workout was Broken Arrow.
I think you just hit like both different types of the spectrum of meet yourself moments or like hard workouts, because Broken Arrow, you look at it, you mentally prepare for it, you know it's going to be hard, you know it's long, there's
Yep.
like a 2-hour time cap, you know, you're like, okay, I know this is going to suck, so I'm just gonna go for it, but I'm at least anticipating it. But then there's normal workouts where it's like, okay, it's just a workout today, I got this sets and that's fine, I'm just gonna go and I'll do it. And then you do it and you're like, well, this is absolutely terrible, I don't know why this is just so terrible today. And those almost suck more than the meet yourself Saturday workouts, because it's like I was not expecting to completely shame myself today, and here we are, and you just feel like you beat yourself up about it. Yeah, those are two prime examples.
Yeah, those are always the best ones. You look on the app the morning of or the night before, you're like, oh, this won't be so bad. Then you hit block 3, block 4, you're like this is terrible.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great when I'm done. I'm gonna feel great for getting through it, but this is a lot harder than I thought it was.
Yeah, inchworms are always like that for me. It's always like,
Inchworms.
because like, okay, I'll hold myself the entire time, and then I'm fighting my own hamstring flexibility, and then I'm, can't breathe completely right, and it's like, okay, well, I've done 3 reps now, and now I gotta take a break.
Right. Inchworms and burpees. Burpees, I suck at them. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
form or what it is, but I get gassed super fast.
So in your opinion, what's the best activity for building mental toughness?
I've been going back and forth on that one. It's either one of these 21-day challenges where you give up something, give something and stick to it for 21 days. Those, if you pick the right thing, they're super tough. I'm between that and doing one of these 52 challenges, doing the same workout every week. Just the mentality of sticking with it for the entire year. It first it's tough, and then it gets a little easier, and then it's doing the same thing over and over and over again. That there's a mental aspect there too. So I'm going to go with the 21 day challenge, but it's kind of a toss up between those two.
Yeah. If you could only have one piece of equipment to train with for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I got to go with the kettlebell. There's so much you can do with that, or a kettlebell set or adjustable kettlebell. It depends on your definition of one piece of equipment, but yeah, I got to go with the kettlebell for this.
It's definitely one that I'll always want to have around, but I'll also always or sometimes try and find an excuse not to use, because kettlebell work can be pretty brutal.
Yes, it can.
So what's your best advice for garage gym athletes?
Yeah, they're. I think I think that the advice there is the same advice that I got when I was a new parent, and that advice is listen to everyone. Everyone has advice when it comes to exercise. Everyone has advice for a new parent. Listen to them, thank them for it, and then decide whether or not you're gonna implement it. It's another way of saying do what works for you, because you're the only one that actually knows that. If it's morning workouts, if it's afternoon workouts, if it's more cardio, if it's more lifting, right? Whatever you find that drives you, whatever you can stick with, do that.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, dealing with a lot of athletes and knowing a lot of people that work out and just motivation in general. Some people like to be pushed in a hard way to really just. I don't know if it's just suffer sometimes or just be motivated in certain ways. And other people need a little bit more of a either delicate approach or like yelling at me and being having an aggressive way toward fitness and stuff isn't going to do anything for me. I need more of a logical way approach and a way to it. So cool. You got anything else that you wanted to cover in your garage gym journey and your fitness now that's going on?
No, don't think so. I think we hit it all today.
Oh yeah. Did have you gotten any of your family or anybody else into training workouts with you now that you have all this equipment now?
Not doing it with me. My daughter's an endurance athlete, so she's does the cross country running, cross country skiing. So she will run on the treadmill. My wife will come down every once in a while. She works from home a lot and do some of the cardio on the Aerodyne, the treadmill, the rower. My son being 9, he's a little young to start some of that stuff, but they did come down and mess around with some of the bands, do some pull-ups. Haven't let them do anything with the bars yet, but
Yeah.
I think they'll definitely be interested. I think my son will definitely be interested as he gets a little older.
I think it helps just seeing and being exposed to it.
Right. It's always here. They're welcome to come hang out whenever I'm working out, but they're usually sleeping then too.
Yeah, right. Cool. Well, thanks, man, for taking some time and coming and chatting. It'll be great to catch up down the road. Hopefully, you're still around with us for a while. But yeah, appreciate it.
Yep. Likewise. Thanks for having me on, Joe.
Yeah, of course.